A new day, a new project. If you remember, I just checked this laptop. It's an Samsung RC530 for a battery charging problem. Finally turns that the battery was bad, so the laptop was working absolutely okay, but it's very slow, so that's why I suspect a thermic problem here. So I want to open it up, dismantle everything, and start cleaning the fan, having new paste, new thermal paste. And you see, I already have the lead, the memory lead out. Now I have a lot of screw to take off from all around. That's funny, the hard disk somehow gets stuck to the lead, to the bottom lead, but there shouldn't be a problem because we just let it in place over there. I'm using a guitar plectrum or a special tool if you have, but this is perfect too, to open up the lead and to get access to the motherboard, to the main board. Just be careful with clicking all around, not too hard. And now let me disconnect the hard drive. So like I said, the hard drive will stay on the lid. That doesn't bother me. Okay, so there we have the motherboard. My God, as you can see, a lot of dust. A lot of dust. It's almost like a blanket in there. Okay, let's proceed and have the fan off. The first step. We have 4 screws on the CPU and another 2 on GPU, because this laptop have a dedicated graphic card, and this is really nice. And the fan is out, and look at the thermal paste. It's thermal paste all around, over pasted, I may say. Now there is some tape over there, some special tape, textile tape, some plastic tape too. Let's take that off and get access to the screws. There are 3 screws for having the fan disassembled, and to get access to the heatsink itself. We need to clean all the dust in between those wings there. Yeah. And it's out. Look there. Okay, so a vacuum cleaner, it's a need, it's a must in this situation. It's a lot of dust over there. It's not good to spread it in the air. So let's say the faders are clean now. They're dusted, and let's clean the fan itself with the propeller and all these moving parts. That should be enough for now. Let's have the 3 screws back in place, so the fan is ready to go back to the motherboard. But it's time for cleaning the heatsink paste. I always use alcohol to do that, because you need a really nice and clean surface. Same story on the CPU and GPU on the motherboard. There we go. Let's have some fresh thermal paste, not too much. You don't have to put too much. All you have to do is to spread it as even as possible. So there are a lot of techniques, let's say in X or M or U or something. I really don't care. All I have to, I'm always just spreading as level as possible. So the fan is back in place with the heatsink and the heat pipes, of course. Let's have the screws back, the GPU, and now the CPU. There is not a strictly order over there. Usually you have numbers, but it's common sense how to do that. And practically the machine should go better. Of course, that was a really big problem. And eventually, let's tighten a little bit the hinges. The screw, the hinge screws almost gone. So let's put them back in place. Don't over tight. Like I said, use the common sense, to do all these things. And an extra cleaning now. The screen was full of dust. And let's see if it's still working. Let's clean the bottom lid. There is a lot of dust over there too. Proceed to put it back in place. You should hear those clicks, but don't forget to have the hard drive connected first. Yes, that's the hard drive connector. There we are. Amazing how much dust was inside this little laptop. And of course I like it clean. Push it gently until you hear the clicks. You see, don't forget to have that fake SD card out from the slot, because you can have it in place with that one in the slot. You see, now it's clicking well. And that's it. Screws back in place. But let's have a test first of all. Power supply. A little more cleaning doesn't hurt. Power on, and that's it. We see the Samsung logo and the machine, it's booting to Windows. Now we'll have a new version of Windows installed, and the hard drive checked for bad sectors and all the other things necessary to have a smooth running. And so far I can say that the laptop is working as it should. Of course it needs a new battery, but that will come in time. And that's it for today. Don't forget that cleaning the fan and thermal paste is very critical for good working of the laptop. See you soon with some new projects. Be well and have fun. Bye bye.